Certainly fit into the role as a starter well. How do you feel like halfway through the season, you in this defense have fared?
But coming into the season, we did have a lot of expectation, a lot of doubt, because we were all young. Really, our only senior on defense is Gabe Perez, who's been injured for most of his time here. So, coming in, we all had a lot of big expectations to fill. So, really, we all just came together. We're a young team. We all kind of came in at the same time or around the same time. So, coming in and after these 6 games, I feel like we settled in well. Now we're playing with a lot of confidence. Holding teams to minimal rushing yards and passing yards. Trying to keep the score down as much as possible and playing as physical as we can.
This summer when we talked to you, you were confident that even despite the fact that you guys were young and a lot of you guys hadn't played a ton, that you might be able to do this. What does it mean for you guys to? You had that confidence, and now I'm sure you have even more of it, I guess, of how you played.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, to see all the hard work that you put in, really showcase out when you're playing on Saturdays and on Fridays. So, really all that leads us now to is just stay being hungry and being humble, coming in every week like it's a new week. Like we're facing, top 10 team in the country or whatever the situation may be. We're all coming in, getting our work in the film. In practice, everybody's going out playing physical. Communication is a big thing. Having eye control, playing ahead of the snap, just getting comfortable and getting well prepared for this team so that when we do play, everything's smooth.
You're playing a top 10 quarterback, maybe. A guy might be first round pick. When you look at Allen, what kind of stands out about him?
Man, he's an amazing athlete. We even saw this last year. Even when he didn't have all that hype, we saw it. He was hurling over defenders, running over people, running away from people. Now that he's had all that the hype, his confidence has been grown. You see him against. We were watching film against Iowa. He was running like all the way across the field, throwing it up. He's really confident in himself. So it's up to us as a whole defense to contain him. Front 7 or a D lineman, keep him contained in the pocket, and then when he does start scrambling, the DBs, we gotta be ready to plaster.
What is that challenge like? Because he could scramble one way and still throw it 60 yards back the other way, and it seems like the receivers are always knowing that it's kind of a playground ball or something at the end of the play, but he can still find guys.
No, yeah, he still can. That's the scary thing about it. It's not just some quarterbacks who just throw it up. He throws it up and he throws it with accuracy and with power. So it's a real threat when he starts running. It's going to test our summer condition and everything that we've been working at. It's going to be a long game, a long game to run for. So we really just got to stay with the receivers.
I know Penny, and that was something you guys kind of embraced, the challenge of going up against a guy getting some hype for the Heisman and stuff. But I mean, going up against a guy that some say could be the number 1 pick in the draft next year. I mean, is that exciting for you guys? Do you like that challenge to kind of see where you match up against a player like that's getting that kind of hype?
Yeah, it's always great to see yourself going up against one of the top teams that really measure yourself as where you are as a defense. For us, it was all about taking the fight to them. When we seen they was playing other teams, they really just bullying them, having their way with them in the first quarter. So, we just wanted to come out there, hit them right in the mouth and really stay with them, like you said, the whole 4 quarters, not give it up like we have previously.
I'm sure you've gone against Alexander maybe a couple times in practice, and you guys came in together. What stands out to you about him?
That man's a workhorse. In practice, I almost had to fight him a couple times because how hard he'd be trying to run at me. Because sometimes defense, we can't hit him as hard as we want to. He's coming full speed at me. I can't really hit him. So, I like that part about him, though. I mean, as much as it gets me mad that I can't hit him, it's very great. It's something that he does in practice that obviously translates into the game, which, I'm appreciative for.
And we did mention, Allen and those receivers and stuff like that. Wyoming they haven't been able to run the ball as well as they did last year's, the running back last year's in the NFL now. What does stand out about, when they run the ball, what's the challenge that maybe they present?
They have a true freshman running back. He's about 6'2", I believe, 210, 220 pounds. He's young, but he does run hard. He has the hungriness that every freshman has coming into college football. So, really, if we could just, like we did last game, make them one-dimensional, I believe we'll be okay.
I don't remember how much, if at all, you played in that game last year against Wyoming, but what kind of stands out to you when you think about that game and them storming the field and their safety and the guy doing the dance at the end of the game and stuff?
I was actually hurt that game. I was allowed to travel, but I was hurt, so I wasn't able to play in that game. But it definitely was like it was a heartbreaker. That ended up defining our season in the very end, where we were able to go whether or not to go to the Mountain West Championship Bowl. So it is some a seek for revenge that we went against them. Obviously, I believe the safety said that we're not even like a team that he fears, or he said something about that. So it does have that chip on our shoulder.
And does it show you, I guess, that every game does kind of, could be the game in the end that decides it? I mean, you do have to take every game, one in a row, because that it could be the game that decides the tiebreaker and stuff at the end of the year. Any game could be like that from here on out.
Yeah, like I just said, playing every team like the top 10 team in the country, coming in with that same mentality, same mindset, taking the physicality to them, taking it there first early, and obviously keeping it on throughout the end of the game in the fourth quarter.
Thanks, guys.